Hi, my name is Jason Vaz and I'm a photojournalist at Fox 31 News in Denver. For the next few minutes, I'm going to be talking to you about how to ace your first assignment.
This is a journey into sight and sound. Individual stories captured by Fox 31's photojournalist, Jason Vaz.
Let's look at number one. Number one, you will act as the photographer, the editor, the producer, and director for the three assignments. Photographer, editor, producer, and director for the you'll get a chance to stage. Oops, did I say stage? The S word. You'll get a chance to stage, yeah. These are kind of the backbone of these assignments. It's about acting, and you'll understand what I'm talking about in a little bit later. But you are expected to stage. Let's look at number three. The focus of the assignments is to train your minds to think through the entire story process. Number four is commitment. Now let's look at what the definition of commitment is, according to the dictionary. So here's the definition of commitment. This is the definition of commitment that we follow. A commitment is, number four, a one-sentence statement that names the subject and how he or she feels about what they are doing. One-sentence statement that names the subject and how he or she feels about what it is they are doing. Commitment is very important, and the commitment is something that you need to nail down before you start shooting, before you start actually executing your assignments. You want to make sure you have a solid, nailed down commitment, because your commitment will turn out to be essentially your script of what it is you're trying to convey in the story, what the story is about. Now, if you notice, in the commitment, you have a subject, and that subject has to have a name. Also, in your commitment, in that commitment statement, you want to be able to put some sort of emotion into the commitment statement so that we can determine how they're feeling about what it is that they're doing. Number five, the assignments are little movies with a plot. So what's really important is to be engaging in your presentation of these assignments. I mean, use your imagination, and when you get your assignment, be creative with it. So number five, they're little movies with a plot. Number six, the assignments should be built around sequences. Now, sequences are extremely important because sequences are the building blocks of stories. And to give you an idea of how sequences work out, allow me to just show you some examples and how these sequences work. Number six, the assignments should be built around sequences. Now you have an idea of how sequences are working and then what the assignments are sort of looking like. Let's look at a real story in real life of how sequences actually work.
This motorcycle doesn't have the airbags, it doesn't have the seat belts. It's part of you, and it just becomes an attachment of your body. There's a saying in motorcycles that there are those officers that bend down, those officers that are going down.
Yeah! It's almost like you're coordinating a war against your opponent.
For 24 hours straight, over 200 gamers gather in this dark gym.
Yeah!
Mice with lights and towers that glow set the atmosphere for this party.
Got him! Yeah!
Hey, don't go in there.
Trevor, or username Optics,
Yeah!
came up to play from Aurora. As for computers,
I did a website for my school's FBLA chapter and took second at districts. And I've just been interested with them probably since I was 12. It's really fun.
his sniper, Matt, sits at his side today. Normally, he's 80 miles away.
I'm trying to kick some butt, but I can't. Because I'm getting sniped and...
Because you stink.
Hey, shut up. Nah, it's hard. Matt's sniping me and other guys are camping behind boxes, so it's really hard, but it's fun.
Network organizers spent hours laying 5,000 feet of cable, 4,000 feet of extension cords, all in an effort to have some high-tech fun and learn about computer networking. So how does it all work?
Do you want the technical answer?
My name is Albert Lionel, and I shall be a translator for this interview.
Every computer we've got connected into a switch, and then we have every switch connected into our main concentrator, and from there the data traverses across the network.
Okay, Al, a little help, please.
They interact. It's almost sort of like a phone call. You have two lines connected together. Once you pick up the line, you can talk with each other.
I don't have any grenades, so someone else should chuck one up there.
The games are called first-person shooter games.
It looks as if you're the one running around with the gun shooting your opponents.
Violent as it seems, gamers say LAN parties offer ways for them to socialize.
A lot of these people are like me. We don't get out as much as some people. We don't hang around at bars as much as most college students do. We'd rather be playing our computer games.
As for Trevor, frustration is the name of the game. In Fort Collins, Jason Vaz, Fox 31 News.
Number 7, sequences are the building blocks to stories. The reason why sequences are just so important is they're sort of the DNA of stories. They're what weave and make a story possible, even to have a story with a beginning, a middle, and an end. And you'll hear about the rules, which you'll see in a minute. You need to have a beginning, a middle, and an end. And this will all make sense when you start shooting sequences, because the sequences are what really tie in and they're kind of the adhesive to your story. So sequences are extremely crucial, as you saw in the last 2 examples. And these assignments, like I had just said earlier, do have rules. And you have to follow the rules in order for your assignments to even be critiqued. So let's look at the rules so we know what they are, and remember, they are a must. You have to follow them.
And now, the rules. Only 4 minutes of tape can be shot. You might want to zero your time code to keep track of your running time. You must bring back a story. No excuses. The story must have a beginning, a middle, and an end. No audio will be used on your story. You will edit your raw tape into a 1-minute story.
Well, I hope that you have a better idea of what is expected for you on the assignments. Now, if you follow the guidelines that are outlined in this presentation, then you will have success. And I would encourage you to have fun, and remember, get that commitment statement narrowed and streamlined, laser focused before you start shooting. If you have to spend a half hour on getting a clear, concise commitment statement before you start shooting, I would advise that, because it would take you so much less, or it would take you such a less amount of time to actually shoot your assignment once you have that commitment locked down. So remember the rules, have fun, be creative, and you will succeed and ace your first assignment. Thank you for allowing me to present this to you, and I wish you the best.